for the slight delay. I was tweaking some things in the background. Oh, I still need to fix this. Give me just a second. Let me get it all properly placed. Look. I gotta figure it all out. Okay, there we go. Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den is the best conversation on the internet, and it's been a minute, but we got someone joining us who back up in. Who we got joining us this evening in the Den?
What's going on? This is your boy man up here coming at you with another good show, as we always do. And as today, with permission from my boy Honcho right here, I am doing my challenge. I'm gonna propose a question in a couple minutes so I get more people to join in. And whoever gets the correct answer first will win a dozen free cookies from me.
Alright, so hey, it's a very simple process. You know, if you want a chance to win you some cookies, some of the world's greatest motherfucking cookies. They were just the world great, not the world greatest motherfucking cookies. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it, man. But good to have man up joining us tonight. Let's talk about it, man. And there's some things I want to talk about tonight. I'm gonna be cautious of how we approach this. We tried to stream last night. Y'all saw what happened when we tried to have a conversation about a certain thing. And so tonight, I want to talk about the appreciation of life, if you understand what I'm saying. And so I think that's a better angle to look at this topic that we need to discuss. Some things that have happened, some things that have taken place, some things that have been going on here in the Americas, the United States of America, if you will. Let me make sure I got everything else in order. Okay, so let's see what we got joining us today, man, and then let's get into some of this good old conversation. I see Coach Anubis, what's the motherfucking deal? James Harden, Rashida Reed, let me see, Man Cave holding down the chat and the conversation down the stream. Kanisha, what's the motherfucking deal? Bruh Lee, what's the motherfucking deal? Footballer 503. Heidi, Miss Bell, what's the motherfucking deal? McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? 335, what's the motherfucking deal? Sweetberry, yeah, I don't know how sweet that is, but you're here. Prepaid, what's the motherfucking deal? Unbeaten, what's the motherfucking deal? Cartier, always good to see you. Nah, it's all love, Sweetberry. You know, we got love for Sweetberry. Just guard your nuts, because you know how that goes. So I'm trying to wait because we had a thing going on. Now today is supposed to be the announcement. I see the stream is still doing some little kind of janky stuff. We'll figure it out. We had an announcement. You know, the first we're gonna do weekly Den awards, right? And we had something happen. Okay, and we're gonna talk about it, right? And so one of the things that has been going on, and that's what I don't get. I don't understand why I have problems with the Den. Like the sauce will be fine for the most part. I've had a few little issues earlier, but I don't know why the Den just it seems like it just gives me issues. So, and the vote was for the favorite moderator, right? And so we didn't stream last night, and I put up a post, and something happened, something I didn't expect. For the most part, I was talking shit, you know, throughout the week about the nominations and you know where it was. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there was a clear leader. I mean, I figured it was hands down, it was a wrap. I was just talking shit to, you know, keep it interesting. Well, yesterday, I guess a lot of people decided to hold up on their votes. I think a lot of people just had to make a decision or wanted to wait till the last minute. And we ended up with a situation. What went from a clear-cut, hands-down winner ended up becoming a tie. And not just a tie, but a three-way tie. So now we have a situation with three people receiving the same amount of votes. So I have to figure out how to handle the situation because y'all can't make anything easy on me. You know, I would just be easier to just say, hey, let me go ahead and do my little graphic. Let me go ahead and issue the winner. The win. Now it's become a complication because that's just how the den works. It always has to. It always has to be complicated, right? So I don't know. I don't know how we figure this out, right? No, people didn't vote more than once for the most part, and anybody I knew that had an alternative account, I did not count their extra vote. I only counted the votes, and people I know that had multiple accounts, they did not get registered. So now that we're stuck at a three-way tie, and the voting of the votes are over, we're no longer taking any votes on that particular one. I think we're going to either have to have a runoff, or yes, I did. Your vote has been counted. Kenesha. I have the names. I have names next to all the votes, so nobody double voted. I make sure to tally it up so there was no voter fraud. You know, I gotta have voter IDs, if you will. So the three. And I guess I can announce the three, and then we'll figure out how we do this runoff, or if it's going to be a stream only thing, or if we do like a 24-hour thing. And we're still going to announce the next nomination, so we can start taking votes for that. But your vote is irrelevant, brother. You didn't get in on time. It's off. You have the number one campaigner, Ms. Rashida Reed, who I thought was going to win this thing hands down, because like I say, it was clearly Rashida. I'm like, well, Rashida's going to win. I might as well make the graphic in the middle of the week. Then, like I say, then all of a sudden, you had a bunch of entries flood. I don't know if it was because of the post that was put on the thing or what, because there was a lot of people who were texting in, and some people hit me via Facebook. You had a big push for Heidi and 335. So we have a current three-way tie right now. I want to say shout out to Trill, because Trill got a few late votes in. But the clear leaders were Heidi, Rashida, and 335. DeMarcus never stood a fucking chance. I think T'Challa had like one vote. That might have pretty much been it. So we'll figure out how we do the runoff. We'll figure out how we handle that, and then we'll go from there. But I did all this to kind of delay a little bit of the conversation, so that way we can get into something that I definitely want to talk about, and that is some of the events that have been going on in this country as of late. I don't know how much of it you've heard. I don't know how much you've seen what's been going on via here in Texas and what happened in Ohio. I'm trying to be vague about certain things. So my thing is this. Yes, the black vote was definitely leaning in one direction. So
Heidi's.
I mean, that is fucking foolish. And so my thing is this, right? My thing is this. It's very unfortunate what has taken place. It's extremely unfortunate. And all I'm going to tell you is, hey, you have to value your life. You have to appreciate your life. I'm getting an Instagram video chat in the middle of the stream. Like I said, you have to value your life. You have to give a damn about yourself. And what I say about this is, y'all know me. I've had a little history, a little background issue, little thing, and sometimes you're forbidden from doing certain things when you have a certain history. There's a risk-reward factor that goes with those type of things. Certain stuff you'll catch that I never really talk about. There's certain things I'm still not going to talk about. But my thing is this: you got one life. And your job
Yep.
is to protect it with everything you got by any means necessary. So all I'm saying is it's unfortunate, and because there's so many narratives that go with this. Because they say the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Well, there were people who were in that mall complex that had guns, but they chose not to use them, and you can't blame them. Um, you can't blame them, for choosing to or not to do that. Maybe they were more focused on getting people out, helping other people, whatever it may have been. I know a lot of people were upset. Well, the guy, he got taken into custody alive, and all of that. The other guy, I think the one in Ohio, got laid out real quick. Let me explain something to you, and I need y'all to understand this. Okay, I need y'all to understand this. The reason why some of these guys get taken alive after committing these atrocities is because they are bitches and cowards. And let me explain why I say that they are bitches and cowards. Because they go to places where they can prey on weak people. So they're going to go to places where people are going to be unarmed, where, they clearly have an advantage over their intended targets. And so you go to Walmart, you're not thinking about people being strapped at Walmart. You go to festivals, you go to places like this, and this is not saying that people aren't, but they do. And they go to these places where, people say, oh, there's no guns allowed, or this, that, or the third. These safe zones where they can hit up as many people as they can without fear of getting hit back. But as soon as the laws show up, what do? They fold the fuck up because they don't want to get shot, they don't want to get hit. And they come off their weaponry. And so at that point, if they're not a threat to law enforcement, and we can talk about a million different scenarios and a million different cases, not the same individual law enforcement in every case, so it's going to be different outcomes, and that's an issue. As soon as they fold up, you have no justification shooting this man, right? You have no justification killing this man once he fold up and put his weapons down and all that other stuff. So that's why one got taken alive. The other guy, I don't know, again, like I said, I don't know the full details of Ohio, but what I do know is that these were both young men. And I'm going to tell you my thing that I found in common with this, and then I'll let you kind of, express your thoughts on this, Mr. Man Up. I don't even think it's about racism, because both these guys had different ideologies. One was kind of a right-wing guy, and he said that, they'll blame it on Trump. He said that, he felt this way before Trump was ever elected. He said he felt this way, for a long time now, but he did use some terminology from what Trump was saying. The other guy, supposed to be a real liberal guy, a real left-wing guy, I don't know what all his principles and ideas, I don't know if he left a manifesto or not, right? But what I do know is if you look at both of these guys, they look like the last on the list of what any woman on the planet Earth would want, as far as a man, a mate, any kind of interaction, any kind of physical interaction. They look like they were born into the friend zone, right? And I think that this might just be my personal beliefs, and y'all can say I'm crazy, you can say whatever you want. There is a level of frustration, I imagine, that goes with constant rejection. I mean, look at Bagel Boss. He's getting rejected by women all over the place. He's getting no love. He's getting no action. I think that once you realize the world doesn't want you, I mean, you kind of start developing an alternative line of thinking. And if you look at both of these guys, that's the one thing they have in common. They look like both bunch of fucking losers. Like, I'm going to be honest with it. Like, if I'm not going to be happy, let me find some other shit to blame my problems on. And then, use that as an excuse for my anger and cause mass havoc for everyone else. Because trust me, all these other problems are frivolous. Get some ass, man. You ain't going to be worried about this at least for the next 15, 20 minutes. So, not to make light of the things that happen. This is not about the people who are suffering. Our thoughts, prayers, condolences go out to the families of the victims, because this is a tragedy. But you got to figure out what breeds these fucking losers. What is the common factor between the people who do this type of stuff. I mean, look at fucking what's his name, dealing with all these fucking losers who have to blame something else for their issues, right? You know what I'm saying? They're all fucking lame as shit. And it's not like, again, if you took away all the shit that they're complaining about and you remove it, they'd still be lame as shit. You know, this is the problem that we're facing in America when people don't embrace, don't have to face real challenge, real struggle, or real issues in their life. They're just weak. They end up taking it out on others because they don't understand what they need to do to become better individuals. So, man, your thoughts, man, on these situations, just overall, maybe the people who are involved, the victims, or the locate. What are your thoughts about these tragedies that have taken place in the last 2 days or so, really?
Well, you said this. He was originally from Dallas, drove all the way down that pine and started shooting. And you're right. Yeah, people who go to places, they don't expect to have nothing like this happen. You don't expect to go to Walmart, go shopping, or go to the mall, or go to a carnival, or go to a local park, or anything, and start crazy questions.
Oh no, I can't. It's kind of catching some of that, kind of like that muffled sound a little bit again. I don't know if they can quite hear. I see somebody saying the sound a little bit muffled. I'm trying to see if we can. Let me see. We're gonna try saying something.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, right there. You sound good right there.
I get a little closer there. I'll fix this in a minute. But what I'm basically saying is, man, that, you know, nobody expects to go to the mall or to the movies or anywhere, you know what I'm saying, and have to deal with this crap. Just like the dude here in Colorado, when that Batman movie came out, went to the movie for shooting people. You know what I'm saying? Just like they did at a Chuck E. Cheese, you know, a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect that nonsense. Matter of fact, it was a story in the news, I want to say it was earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken, where this guy was talking about shooting a lot of women because he couldn't lose his virginity by the age of 21. You see what I'm saying? People, I don't know what it is in people's brains these days, excuse me, that makes you think just because life ain't going your way, you can just start acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if that's the case, man, we all need to be going crazy because there's a lot of things that going on in our life that don't go our way. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that what is going on in someone's mind that says just because you can't not getting what you want that you have to act stupid like this. You see what I'm saying? What is going on in your head that makes you say, okay, since I can't do this or want nobody to do this or this won't happen for me, I'm gonna go off. Well, I'll put it like this. At least the bagel guy, dude, he didn't do nothing stupid. He might have went off and, you know, they started yelling and fussing. But at least he didn't do nothing real stupid like shooting people just because women make fun of him. I give him that much, even though I think it was dumb what he did. But, you know, at least, you know what I'm saying, he didn't, you know what I'm saying, do nothing real stupid. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, to me, I think what it is, you know what you're doing, what you're not, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing and what you're about to do. You know what I'm saying? So if you cannot sit here and tell me that you think it's okay. Because if you did think that it was okay, you wouldn't go and hide nowhere like the dude in Las Vegas. I think that was last year, I think it was, or earlier this year, or whenever it was, that mass shooting that was in Vegas. You went up in a hotel room, started hiding, and then shooting people. So you can't tell me that you think all this stuff is okay, because you know it's not. So when you get to that point, whatever it is, you just want to act a fool. You got the mindset. Go seek some help. You know what I'm saying? Talk to somebody. You know, whatever. I don't know. Whatever it is, there's always a way to not do something stupid. We know what we're doing and what we're not doing. And I do feel sorry for those people that suffered. You know what I'm saying? It just one of those crazy things that's going on in this country that I really do think that we need to say, okay, put our foot down, change some laws. I know change the laws probably won't help much, but we need to do something to try to say, okay, protect people. Like for example, when you go to your local amusement park, they search your bag, they search you. You got to walk through a metal detector, all that good stuff. They making sure that you're gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? In some of these amusement parks, think they need to start doing something of that nature. I'm not saying treat everybody like criminals. Don't get me wrong, but they need to do something to try to protect their innocent lives of people that don't have nothing to do with what's going on with your certain situation. You know what I'm saying? But people just go out and just having these mass shootings. Now the one in Ohio, I heard that he was found and got killed by the police within like a couple of minutes or whatever. Well, going by what you were saying there, and I agree with you. The police hands are tied, and I hate that it is like that because innocent people got killed. And I do understand where people are coming from. Why you didn't kill that dude? I'm not saying go around killing people. No, but I am saying this here. People don't understand that. And I agree with you right there, Culture Cannabis. You kill one guy instead of 20. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But how can I put this in the right terminology? Like you just said, if I shot somebody, then the police came, and I'm unarmed, got my hands up in the air, 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna shoot me because I'm not a threat to them. But if you turn that around the other way around, I kept my gun, pointed it. I ain't got to shoot, but I pointed at the police. Hey, they're gonna let loose on me. The thing is this here, though. I see where everybody's coming from, and I just can't put it in the right terminology because I know YouTube has been going crazy on these things lately. So I'm trying to choose my words wisely. But I think that people just need to understand that when certain things happen, there are certain situations that can and cannot take place, and it sucks because all these people are suffering. They lost family members. They got hurt themselves. They was innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. It sucks, and I just wish that those that feel like they want to act a fool like this, instead of them doing something stupid like that, go and talk to somebody about something, get some help, seek some help. You know what I'm saying? It's all, like I said, we all have the mindset to sit here and say, okay, we know that we finna go commit this crazy act of violence. So instead of you doing that, sit back, relax, take a deep breath. Go see a therapist about your personal issues, whatever. I don't know, whatever the case is. I would rather for you to do that than you to take the lives of innocent people that don't have nothing going on with your situation. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you harm innocent people that didn't do anything to you? Don't make no sense to me.
Now, I think there's a point. Like I said, I don't understand how it works in the mind. I don't think I've ever been at that issue where a person just feels like this is it. This is me. I have to handle this certain issue. I have to be the one that does this thing. And there's a lot of questionable stuff involved in the one that took place here in Texas. Again, I'm not as familiar with all of the details that took place with the one in Ohio. But I want to change the point. I want to change something. I want to change the topic of conversation for a little bit. And we're going to talk for a little bit, and then we will open up the line, y'all. I'm sure y'all got something y'all want to say. Don't nobody know what y'all got to say tonight. And remember, Man Up will be presenting you guys a challenging question to earn some cookies. But what I want to bring up is something I was talking to my old lady with. We were just discussing these things, and then we were looking at, I don't know how many of y'all saw the story. I think somebody posted in the Facebook group. But there's this group in Chicago, Mothers Against something. Basically, it had to do with a mom who got killed a few years back on this particular corner And she wasn't. I don't think she was gang involved or anything like that. I don't know if she was, trying to do something with her son or. But basically, she was an innocent bystander. Got killed in this particular corner. So this group of moms. I don't know how often they did it, but it would be frequent. They would go to this corner. They would kind of volunteer. They would do things, talk to the kids, cook food, just do a bunch of stuff. I want to say last weekend, a random act of violence, I guess you could call it that. Two more moms who were volunteering for this cause end up getting killed because someone in a blue SUV was shooting at someone else. They didn't kill the person that they were intending to hit, and this guy was a guy who just got out of jail, 58 years old, damn near 60 years old, still involved in some level of gang violence, gang ties, or whatever else you want to call it, right? But yeah, I don't know what either, really. It's like I don't do anything different. Everything, all the settings are the same from the den to the sauce. I think it's YouTube. The way YouTube handled me yesterday, they trying to handle the den because they know it's too much going on. But these women were killed, innocent victims who were trying to help other people, from becoming victims. And the guy that they were after, 58-year-old guy who's not working with law enforcement, got shot in the arm, and that was it. And then you can tie that in, and yes, there's a bunch of other events like that, right? So when you look at that situation, and then you talk about these particular events where one person does a lot of damage in one event, and then you look at some of these various cities where you have high levels of violence. What is the difference, in your opinion, between a situation where one individual, wreaks havoc, mass shooting, mass injuries, you can call it, or you hear these stories time and time again every other weekend from a lot of these big cities where, hey, well, 9-10 people got killed this weekend and, 60 something people got shot. But before I get into that, I want to say shout out to Dan Strong. Appreciate you dropping some Benjamin saying, discipline without freedom is tyranny, and freedom without discipline is chaos. And I agree 100%. Been working on my own disciplinary habit. Man, I'll tell y'all one thing, man, the den, I don't know what reason it is that you guys may enjoy it. Maybe it's the conversation, maybe it's the drama, maybe it's just the call, maybe it's the interaction or whatever it may be. But I want to tell y'all one thing. The reason why I enjoy the den is you guys definitely inspire me to be a better individual as a whole. So there's a lot of things that have been going on behind the scenes that, sometimes I hear your calls, sometimes I see the things you guys say in chat, and I try to implement a lot of these. The good shit. Some of that ratchet shit y'all be talking about, y'all keep that shit. But some of the good shit that y'all talk about, I definitely I try to implement into my life. And I thank you guys for that. I want to thank all the Den folk for that. But what is your thoughts? The difference, between isolated incidents where one person does a bunch of damage or continued incidents where you continue to see, maybe it might be spread out with various people, but it's like the same number of people getting, getting injured, shot, killed. Do you think there is a difference? Do you think they're all a problem? Do you think one is a bigger problem than the other? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't see no difference because innocent people are getting harmed regardless. Just like a few months ago, we were talking about the guy that was trying to shoot at someone that looked like the same car that he was looking for, but ended up shooting the little girl, the 7-8 little girl, and killing her. I don't see a difference because it's a senseless, violent crime, and innocent people are suffering because of it. Now, let's just flip it a little bit. Let's just say, they got the person that they wanted to get for whatever reason. And I'm still say innocent people are suffering because you're doing these things around people that has nothing to do with what's going on with your situation. And I'm just going to throw a scenario out there. Let's just say you was at your park playing basketball with your friends, you know what I'm saying? Or you're having a barbecue at the park, whatever. And somebody's at the park that, started some mess with somebody, and the person wanted to come and retaliate. Now, you at the park, you ain't got nothing to do with this. Now, they get the person that they wanted, but still, now you suffering because that's in your head now. So you're still an innocent victim of these situations. So my point in saying all this here is, I don't find a difference because at the end of the day, innocent people's lives are suffering. Their lives have changed for the worse, and they did nothing to, say, have their lives change. You see what I'm saying? Like in this type of way, they was enjoying themselves. They were doing a normal routine or whatever the case is, and then next thing you know, this stuff here happens. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is this here: just because one person go and shoot 100 people, and then one person just kills one person, one or two people, it's still, in my eyes, ridiculous. There are all kinds of ways to settle your issue. Shooting and hurting and killing people is not the answer. You see what I'm saying? If I have a problem with you, I'm gonna sit here and say, I'm gonna say this is what it is. We're gonna either agree or we might agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? We might hash it out, or we might just not even mess with each other no more. You see what I'm saying? So, or if I have a problem going on in my life, I know how to sit back, think about it, try to find out a way to resolve that issue. And whatever's going on in your head to make you want to do some dumb shit, there's always some other kind of way to get your issues resolved. Now, I know there are some mentally unstable people out there in the world that don't want to listen to certain things. I know there are people like that, but there's always some kind of issue. I mean, excuse me, always some kind of way, I should say, to prevent senseless violence from happening. There's always some kind of way. And I do want to say it is kind of lagging a little bit there. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, it's
But
bad. I don't know what it, like I said, I don't know what it is between the den. The only thing that changed between the den and Salt Sports is the stream key, and that basically sends your signal to whatever stream that you're using. And I don't know why the den is always significantly worse than the sauce. Like I don't know if it's maybe there's more Wi-Fi usage in the area. I don't know what it is that is impacting the signal more so when it's den time than it is, during the sauce time. But like I say, a month, a little bit over a month. These things will be changed, resolved, and we will be eradicating any and every issue. So, it'll be all good, one way or another. We'll figure it out though.
but yeah, I just say, man, that to me there's no difference in my eyes, only because senseless violence is happening and innocent people are suffering. You know, uh, because of it. Like I just gave a perfect example. I can be at the park with my little girl. I can be at the park by myself, and just because somebody walking down the street and they have a problem with someone, person A have a problem with person B, and person B go and shoot or kill person A. I'm at the park, you know what I'm saying, shooting some ball, and I see that I'm like, whoa. See what I'm saying? And then I got it in my head. This person might try to come get me because I'm a witness. So it's a bunch of things that goes on that I think there are other ways to get it done. And killing somebody is not a way to. You see what I'm saying? I think there are. I mean, every person has different agendas. Every person has different mindsets. So, but we all have to determine what it is that's going on that makes you want to pull out a gun and kill some innocent people, or make innocent people suffer. You
Um, yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on here because, like I said, I don't like the fact it's actually getting worse because there's it gives you a percentage of how much of the stream, how many frames are getting dropped and stuff like that. If it gets too much worse, then we may have a short stream tonight. I'm just looking at it because, the one of the most important things to me is the production being watchable is important, and if you're just trying to forcing your way through something it's not worthwhile. Because right now it's at about 40% frame drops. That's what 2/5. That's pretty tough. We'll probably let it go a little bit longer. But like I said, if it continues on this path, we may end up having a short stream tonight. I don't really like I said, just want to. Because I mean, what's the point of it if most of it is lagging and stuff like that? But I do want to have the conversation. I do want to. But it's not on y'all's end. It's on my end. Whatever it is definitely on my end, and that's why it's having some sort of issue. Like I said, I don't. It has to be either the stream key. I don't know one of the things, like I said, as far as resources, the computer's using what, 1.2% of resources. So again, like I say, it could be the Wi-Fi issue, but I don't understand why it would be any different between here and Soft Sports. And Soft Sports, it has its issues, but it's not as bad as this is right now. So I gotta say, I'm gonna look at some other details when the stream is off to see what it could be. But if it continues on this path, then we may end up having a short stream right here. So my thing is this though. Heidi, I hate you. A. An A. That's it. No A plus for you. I'm only giving you an A. It was pure finesse, but you only get an A for that one. So a couple of things, right? For those who came in asking about the voting and the moderator that won, it ended up being a three-way tie unexpectedly. Like I'm telling you, I talk shit all week talking about it's closer than you think. Like Rashida had a clear lead. I'm like, it's gonna be a wash. So like I said, I don't know if it was due to the post last night or people were planning on saving their votes for the last minute. But it ended up being a three-way tie. And I'll be honest, like Heidi came into the race way late. Like I didn't even think Heidi. It was much closer between 335 and Rashida, and then Heidi somehow slid into the race quite late. So it ended up becoming a three-way tie, and so I don't know how we're either going to do what's the run? I forgot the term. Goddammit. A runoff between the three, or we're going to do we'll figure something out. Like I think a runoff somehow. So I don't know if it's going to be 24 hours. Probably won't do it during the stream because of how bad the stream is being right now, and it may, we won't be able to really calculate the vote and stuff right. So we may do something. I may make like a post on the community page, and we may do it like that. But while we are active, would you like to present your challenge or your contest for the people? So who would like to win a free dozen cookies from Man Up's motherfucking greatest cookies in the world? If you ain't never had none, well, you're bullshitting with yourself.
Alrighty, because it is lagging a little bit here, so I'm gonna try to do my best here. Now I posted a video on my Man Cave channel, and just in case you go back and look, I have now deleted that video, so you can't go back and look. So I said what was my favorite thing to do in my spare time. So the first person to answer that question, what is my favorite thing to do in my spare time, will win a free dozen of cookies from me. So, what is my favorite thing to do in my spare time?
All right. So if you want to win a dozen of Man Up's motherfucking greatest cookies, all you gotta do is answer a simple wow. Somebody oh, okay, we got a couple of answers there. I don't know. I don't know, man. You tell me. Apparently, folks may say,
yeah.
I think somebody may know.
Well, we'll see. I'm trying to. Do anybody know?
We got a couple of various answers.
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay. So I don't want to talk to you, brother. That's why we ain't opening up the deadline. So my thing is this, right? Hold
on for 1 second. Okay. Go ahead. Right. Do your thing.
Yeah, so but my thing with this is, and that's why I say I'm looking at it, and it is honestly, it is getting a little bit worse with the percentages here. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I hate to do it because I hate to do it after yesterday's stream really not getting off to a good start. So we probably gonna end up having a shorter stream today because it's terrible. Because like I said, there's a little thing here that tells you whether you're in the red, the green, the blue, whether it's good or not. And it's been in the orange, reddish area for a significant part of the stream. And my thing is presentation. I've been working on trying to do a few things a little bit better, and one of those things being trying to be more timely, and then the other thing with that being just trying to give you a better presentation. Even if the actual content is one thing, but what good is the content if you can't hear it, if you can't receive it, if it becomes kind of laggy, kind of messed up. So, my thing is this, right? We'll probably end up just having a conversation. We'll probably only go for about an hour this evening because I'm just looking at it and I say as the percentage is starting to increase, there's no point in letting it get there when you know where it's starting to trend to. So, it makes no sense to let 60% of the stream be just terrible. And I apologize. I know a lot of you guys like to call in. I know y'all like to participate. Not a little hearing you guys and hearing your thoughts, but just like I say, if it's just bad, it's bad, and it's 2 nights in a row. So I definitely have to kind of go back to the drawing board and see what's going on. So my thing is this. You think so? But see, here's the thing. Like again, because why I think that it may have. I don't know if it has to do, like I say, with the location because I'm not hardline. Because with the garage being close to the deal, I think that has. I'm sure there's some level of interference. I don't know if that's the case. But even then, like I say, it really didn't start getting back crazy though. Like I think we were doing good for a while until the what was it the what is it? You know what I'm talking about, the fight, the Disney World fight. Excuse me. And then after the Disney World fight, it went ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like after the Disney World fight, it went ridiculous. It was cool. It was straight. Yeah, they took me. Yeah, I never came out. I'm a clone actually. Yeah, and so that's what it is. After the Disney World fight, it just went nuts after that. And the thing about it, like I said, I cut off all my other signals. Like whenever I stream, there's nothing. I have no Wi-Fi on any other device in the home. I have nothing else on any of the other internet services. Everything else is off. But yet, for some reason, we still have significant issues. So, but no, I'm in the garage. So yeah, for me to run a line, it would probably take a few lease violations. It would take a few lease violations for me to get that right. But like I say, pretty soon here, about a month, a little less than a little over a month. Everything should be on the up and up. Like I say, we will definitely be new and improved, and everything will be smooth. But the thing about it is, there's been times that I've actually, been hardlined, and it still has the same issues. You know what I'm saying? It still has had the same issues. There's been times, like I say, I was upstairs, had everything set up upstairs. I was trying some things out, and it's still having the same issues. So I don't know if it is. I don't know what it is. Like I say, so I've had issues with every kind of way dealing with this thing. But this is not about Wi-Fi problems and things like that. Hopefully I'll be in a better area and we'll see what happens. And that's what I say. I've had a lot of issues with it. We'll figure it out. But like I said, I'll be on the other side of town. If I still have the same problems, then it's definitely on me. So like I said, we'll take this next 10 minutes. We'll just talk about a few things. But the point about this is appreciating life, right? Regardless of all the things that have taken place, regardless of all the tragedies that have taken place in the last few days, what do you do to, in your opinion, to value your life? What do you do to continue to reap the joys, reap the benefits, reap the blessings that life gives you? And if you appreciate life, how far are you willing to go to protect that life? And I think that's important. So that's where we talk about Second Amendment. That's where we talk about, we talk about guns. You can talk about, awareness. You can talk about a variety of things, But what do you do to go to protect you and your family when you know that all of these tragedies, all of these situations are taking place? You know, some of these a little bit closer to others. If you are not adept in self-protection, I mean, in some form or fashion, then this may be the time that you need to start considering it, because I'm going to tell you, you know, somebody mastered that little thing, how many people are going to go shooting today, but then just that guy didn't shoot. You wonder because like what, two guys, they had the same age, you think that motivated the other guy? It's like, well, shit. Let me go ahead and get mine out of the way before they stricten up these gun laws. You know, people talk about the impact on politics. I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is something you guys got to understand. You know, and you know, me and my old lady have very interesting conversations. You know, we have extremely interesting conversations. We almost have our own dens. And so I'm just talking about, like, what people don't realize. Like, people sit there and say, "Oh, well, we got to get rid of these guns. We got to make it more difficult to buy guns. We got to make it." Like I said, I need to back you out of me. I think that's fucking stupid. You know, I think that's fucking stupid. And the reason why I think it's fucking stupid is because, again, there are wolves, there are sheep. You feel me? And what y'all have to understand is the wolves don't give a fuck about the sheep. Yeah, let's stop people from getting guns. This is America. What's his name? What's his name told you? This is America. And you're gonna trip in there. He told y'all, if you want it, you can get it, man. Well, I don't give a fuck about Instagram models or any of that shit. You know, what's gonna stop the killers? Oh, well, those guys don't have guns. I guess I shouldn't go shoot this place up, or I shouldn't go kill this person because they have a tougher time getting access to weaponry than I do. If a motherfucker wants you dead, they're going to kill you. Period. You feel me? And sheepdog, exactly. You got your three types. You got your sheep, sheepdogs, your wolves. And a lot of times, what kills me in this modern America that we're living in, you got a lot of these fucking sheep out here trying to fucking protect the wolves. Not realizing the wolf is just, yeah, come on, you stupid fucking sheep. Just put yourself on the fucking platter for me. Like, y'all don't understand the mind state. And I guess it would apply in the same way. You know, I think about shit sometimes, maybe like, I guess, in a bastardized, maybe a hood way, or sometimes. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about, like, and this is why I say when I talk about niggas and shit, and the motherfuckers get mad, oh, you black people. Man, look, niggas don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Because a nigga that don't give a fuck, don't care if you black, white, pink, purple, or gray, gonna lay you down just as fast as anybody else. But you got so many niggas, you got black people trying to save niggas that don't give a fuck about them. Because the only thing they correlate is race. And I know y'all are like, this is going to a racial thing. Because this is kind of how it works on a grand scale, but I'm using this as an example. You got people who are trying to say, motherfuckers, just because they look like you, they don't give a fuck about you. But guess what? The automatic military style shit is on the streets. It's on the streets. Like, there is no, it shouldn't be, they're there now. There's no bringing it back. There's no, hey, well, you know, give us those guns back, darn you. If I'm finna get out and go do something with them, well, I'm finna go do what I intend to do. There's no giving them back. There's no, hey, I'm sorry for having this. So now it's actually running smooth. Yeah, I see the percentage actually, Joe. That's craziness. Crazy. That's what I'm saying. I don't even fucking know. Anyway, but my thing is, and I understand that. 24 seconds took out 9 people. But the same thing is, though, is how are you going to get it back? There's thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of this style of weaponry on the street already. You think we're just going to say, hey, it's over with, guys. Come on. Bring them in. No, nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it makes no sense. Like, I mean, it's not going to happen. So The best situation is to arm yourself. And I'm going to say this. There are laws that say that certain people should not have certain things. All I'm going to say is those certain people are in the same amount of danger as anyone else. And if you value your life, you better find a way to stay safe. That's my ideology, regardless of what certain laws may say, certain principles, certain issues, whatever it may say. You, if you want to stay alive, you know how physics and science works. You're gonna do what you got to do. You know, you can leave your life in their hands, or you can leave your life in your own hands. That's my personal belief when it comes to certain things. But again, man, you know, it's a terrible situation. It's an unfortunate situation because you feel for the victims. But again, if you start getting rid of these free zones where gun free, well, if I go here, nobody's going to shoot back at me. You know, if I go here, I don't have to worry about getting hit, and I can just lay it down when the cops come. You know, but some of these people are going to go all the way in, right? You know, some people will go all the way. They have it in their mind. They're ready to die. And so my thing is, if a person has bad intentions, they're going to figure out how to execute those bad intentions one way or another. Remember, what was it? Was it earlier this year, or maybe late last year? Was it the guy using FedEx to mail the bombs and things like that? Remember, the packages and stuff, and people, some of the wrong people were getting some of these packages. If a person wants to do damage, they're going to do it. If they have it set in their mind that they're going to harm other people, they're going to have a window where they have the opportunity to do so. All I'm saying is, yeah, and that was crazy, but that's the thing, you know, it was so calculated. I didn't even realize it was tax-free weekend, this weekend, and I'm kind of upset about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm upset about that because you know, I was going to take advantage of tax-free weekend in Texas, you know, getting school clothes. Didn't even know. But it's just unfortunate, man. It's crazy. So he was definitely calculating smart about why he did it. He went, you know, out of town, went down to El Paso, whatever, and I guess to justify his beliefs, maybe, I don't know who he targeted. I don't know if they were primarily Hispanic. I don't know what it was. But it's crazy, but I think that you have to protect yourself no matter what. What do you think the solution is, man? Do you think the solution is to try to be stricter on gun laws, or do you think that, you know, people need to arm themselves, or what do you think that the best solution is?
Well, that's kind of what I was just saying. You know, more gun laws, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, like you just said, that's not going to stop anything really, because if somebody wants you gone, then you're gone. Because I've seen people actually make homemade guns out of a rat trap, and you know, they'll just put a little hole right there, the little snap back there. You know, they're supposed to trap the rat that's powerful enough to shoot off that bullet inside that shell. So there's if people want you gone, they're gone. You know, you can be gone, just like you just said, and that's what I was saying. I think the number one thing is, like I said, in your brain, you know what you're doing or what you're about to do, what you want to do, whatever the case is, and you know that there are other ways of handling your situation. Yes, I know there are mentally unstable people out there in the world, and yes, these mentally unstable people knows before they do something to no, let me go talk to my therapist. Let me just sit back, watch a movie. Let me listen to some music. I mean, whatever they feel like they need to do to calm their nerves. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of the name of that movie back in the day that me and my wife watched, where this guy had different personalities and stuff. I can't think of the name of it. He was talking to a therapist. See what I'm saying? And it kind of helped him out a little bit. Now I know it's just a movie, but I'm just using that as an example that people put like this here. People goes into a store all the time with a little bitty dog inside of a bag because they know that they can't have that dog in, you know what I'm saying, in a store. Why they put that dog in the bag? It's because they want to do something they know they're not supposed to do. So they're doing crazy nonsense. You know what I'm saying, to try to cover it up. What I'm basically saying is this here. In your head, you know what you can and cannot do. You know these things. There's no way that you can tell me that you don't. So when you feel like that, like you're finna do something, there's always something. Because there's been plenty of times that I get upset and I'm at work and what I end up doing, I put some music in my ears so I want to curse nobody out, things like that. Because I know if I do that, I'm gonna get fired. See what I'm saying? So all I'm basically saying is there are other alternatives. Yes, we can strengthen gun laws. Yes, we can put up signs and say no guns here, no guns there. But do you really think that's what's going to stop these things from happening? Because people say no guns in the post office, no guns in banks, no guns in office buildings, no guns at these schools. And I said this plenty of times before. Dropping my daughter off at school, I'll see people with their guns because they got the open carry law. They got their guns on their hip, and it's like, seriously, why are you doing something that you know you should not be doing? See what I'm saying? And yeah, people with these open guns, with carrying the guns, yeah, they might be the ones to save your life one day. Not saying it will or won't happen, but it's just a mindset of saying you know what you're doing. You know what you got in here that you want to do. Just flip it around and say, okay, let me try to find a way not to do something stupid. That's all I'm saying. Now, before I continue this, I'm going to go ahead and, because I only see one person that got the answer right to my trivia question. And I like that all of y'all responses. Yes, I do love playing with my daughter in my spare time. Yes, I do like to do some, like have some fun, things like that. And I'm going to go ahead and answer the person that got the question correct. Though really, the only person I've seen that got the question correct. But on top of that, he was the first one. And that is Brandon335. Yes, I love to shoot pool in my spare time. That's my favorite thing to do. So Brandon, if you don't mind, get at Honcho with your information, and he'll get at me with your information, and we will, I will, excuse me, get you your free half dozen cookies.
And I think, look, yeah, Trevor, now you'll be initiated into the world's greatest cookie club. You know what I'm saying? Only a few got a clue. Now, I see someone, someone has claimed that there was fraud and shenaniganery in the election.
Uh-oh.
Now, let me see how I can do this, because I gave people the opportunity to, if they wanted their votes to be private, that's why I gave them, other areas to which they could vote. So I would show you this. I have a list of names for each moderator. Like I said, I have a list of the moderator's name is spread across, and I have the names listed under, so it's easier to count who did what. It would be an insult to myself to rig this. Okay? It would be an insult. If I'm going to ruin my integrity,
Oh
it
man.
would not be on a moderator election. Now, because what I'm saying is if I show the list, now I'm violating the privacy of those who, wanted their vote to be calculated in private, right? So
Yep.
that's my thing. So then it would almost defeat the whole purpose. So again, we will have a runoff. And I think that all things fall in line, right? If you have a runoff, if it's a three-way tie, right? If there's a three-way tie, and you allow those three to be the only people in the election, then what should be will be, right? You'll get the votes deemed necessary, and you will win. So I don't think that impacts anything. But so I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do it. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a post after the stream. We're going to wrap it up here shortly. I'm going to make a post after this stream, and on that post, it'll say something about voting or whatever. And you'll have two options. I'll put the options out there. You can vote under that post. You know what I'm saying? You can vote under that post for the moderator that you choose to win. There's only three choices now. It will be Rashida, Heidi, and 335. And then what we'll do, I'll still allow, if you want to vote via social media, if you want to vote via Facebook or one of these other platforms or via the text message, I'll still allow that, because if people want their votes in private because they feel like particular moderators will be biased against them, you know what I'm saying? Then I will allow that. I will allow people that privacy. That's the least that I can do. So we're going to do that. And then at the same time, the newest nomination will be for the worst caller in the den. So the next nomination is Den's worst caller. Okay. So that is the new award for next week. Is Den's worst caller. Shannon, don't nobody listen to Shannon anymore. Shannon voted for like 3 different people. Then talk about I didn't remember voting. Got paid off by 3 or 4 folks. You know what I'm saying? Took certain people's pistachios. Then talking about who did I vote? I don't remember, and all this everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Big M, I feel the same way about you. So the feeling's mutual. It's all good. So the next Den. The next Den nomination award will be the Den's worst caller, and that will be next Sunday. But I'm going to put up a post after this stream. We have 24 hours. So pretty much by next stream, we will determine the favored moderator. Okay, so you got 24 hours for favorite moderator. You got till next Sunday or next Saturday night for the worst caller. So that is kind of how we'll handle that. So again, we have 24 hours before we find out who is the favorite. Sorry, not the best moderator, the favorite moderator. Between, you have your Republican candidate, your right wing candidate Heidi, your left wing candidate Rashida, and your independent entry 335. So we can vote on that post. Like I said, I'll give you all options on that. But like I said, we're gonna get ready to wind it down because, like I said, I just don't like the way the signal has been kind of responding and kind of reacting. And I know you guys probably want to get some calls in and some things like that, but we just gonna fucking we just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it that way. So, man up, anything that you'd like to say before we get ready to wind it down?
Well, I do want to say, like always, man, I do have fun joining into the den. I hate that things wasn't acting right this time. I saw a couple of people saying, "Man, I broke the den." I probably, but also, man, congrats to Brandon 335. I saw that a couple people telling you to get my turtle nuts, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Off you, give you a free dozen of my turtle nuts cookies. As well, too, I do want to say thank you again for Honcho for letting me join your stream. Next time I'm available, we'll let you know. So, Brandon, give Honcho your information. He will give it to me, and I promise you, I will let you know when yours is on the way.
All right. And like I said, I see y'all saying it's looking like it's doing better, and I see that, but it has these little spikes. Like I said, I'm looking at the percentage. It looks like it's declining, then it catches these little, boosts of red and yellow, and it kind of jumps back up. So as soon as I say the fucking shit, there it goes. Because I definitely want to talk some shit, but it's just, I don't know. It's I don't know. I want to talk some shit to y'all, but we gonna push a little bit. We gonna see how it look. We gonna see how it look. We gonna see how it look. We gonna talk a little shit for a few more minutes. We gonna if it stay on a good trend, we'll let it go. But as soon as it start acting up again, we'll say fuck it. But yeah, no,
okay, come on.
I can't leave the dead folk hanging. I hate to leave the dead folk hanging. I love y'all. So my thing is this, right? My thing is this. What you talking about? That's all I know. What? Um, it would be.
Let me say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to say something real quick. Heidi's been on one today. I think she's mad because she didn't win. But also to bro Lee, my question was, what is my favorite thing to do in my spare time? And like I said, I had posted a video. I have since now deleted because I didn't want nobody to go back and look. Now, the answer to that was shoot pool. That's my favorite thing to do in the whole world when I got spare time to myself. I love to go shoot pool. So any one of y'all want to see me on that pool table, come at me. I'm ready.
Okay. And Kenneth, yes, I would love to be spending donation money on weed, but that is not the case. I've been drug free for over a year now. And as much as I do miss the reefer, there are reasons that it's just not time yet. But soon enough, when the time is right, I will reignite. My thing is this, man. My thing is this. You know, what? Nah, that's tough, man. You talking shit. Look, hold on, Big. And all the other jokes you cracking are fine. You ain't coming here talking shit about the motherfucking Rockets, goddamn. But so my thing is this, right? My thing is this. Okay, and here we'll do it like this too. Matter of fact, so y'all can't accuse me of hating. As long as we keep the stream going, if y'all want to have your, that's not the right one. If y'all want to take your votes while we are in the doing, I will say I will take those of you who want to vote now for your current moderator duties, or okay, that's what it was. All right. We will do the runoff right here. All right, we have three candidates: Rashida, Sideman Sandwich Reed, Heidi might be artificial intelligence Klingdienst.
She's mad. She didn't win. She's mad.
And Brandon, the stenographer, knows when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. 335. All right. And so, again, if you post your vote in the chat, I have to be able to see it to confirm it. Everybody gets one vote. If you vote from different accounts, you're not going to get any votes from a different account. So this is how we're going to do it. All right. So Ms. Shanshan, I am confirming that your vote in this runoff election, where there are only currently 3 candidates, is now for, or was, even your prior vote was also for Ms. Rashida. Shanshan is voting for Rashida. Okay. Let me make sure if I see any other. Look. All right. Let me see. Can I have some pistachios for my anxiety? That's good. Man, speaking of anxiety, let's talk about something funny. Have y'all seen that? Did y'all see that video that's going around about the Democrat? That shit looks like a Mad TV skit. Have y'all seen that video? I retweeted it on my fucking Twitter. It's hilarious. And they call it like personal privilege time or some shit like. It's so fucking crazy. And these are the people, and it seemed like there's several hundred of them, maybe a couple thousand people at this meeting. These are the people that you listen to, or that a lot of people on the left are listening to about. I don't give a fuck about any one of these motherfuckers and their fucking opinions about life. And y'all may say that sounds harsh. I generally care what most people have to think. If you were at that Democratic Socialist meeting, whatever, participating. I would like personal privilege time. Speaking, but basically raising their hand and saying, "Man, fuck you and everything you believe in." Like, I will not concede to no bitch-minded motherfucker like that. Like, those people are too weak to have an opinion in society. Like, you're not allowed. You are a worker bee, and I know it sounds fucked up, but if these are the people that you're letting make decisions in life, you will never get shit done. You'll be too busy making sure not to offend each other that you will never make progress. You will, I don't know what's the word, degress. You will go backwards. You will regress, not degress, regress. I'm making up words and shit. You will regress in the name of progress because the shit is so pathetic. So if you get a chance to see it, I'm gonna post it up in the Facebook group. But yeah, so that shit right there. But I will give you some only one lie for your anxiety. I know it's been stressful. I know that, you know, Rashida, working for Rashida is like the Bernie Sanders campaign. You ain't getting paid enough pistachios for the job you're doing, so they cut your hours just so they can say they paying you $15 an hour, which is terrible. I'm gonna hook you up for your anxiety. But yeah, right? Okay. I don't know where your votes at. Who voted for Rashida? Let me see. Kanisha has voted for Rashida. This is a confirmation of Kanisha's vote. Let's see. Kenneth does not get a vote. He's not a moderator and never will be. I gave Kenneth 2 opportunities to become a moderator, and he declined both of those opportunities. And so there it is. That part was.
A question for you, Honcho.
Yes, sir.
You seen that video of the woman that called her baby ugly?
Man, I heard about it and I never saw it. I heard about it, but I have yet to see it.
But the funny thing is that baby looked just like her.
And that's what I would assume. That's what I was sitting there thinking. Like, when I heard about it, I'm like, well, if it's your child, then the baby has to be, so you have to be ugly. There's so many terrible things going on, man. Have y'all seen the video of the chick that's been floating on Twitter a lot? She's twerking and doing all this shit in front of the dog, like putting her ass on. One, if you twerking your ass on in front of the dog, you probably throwing that trash pussy around and don't nobody want it. Like, go find a fucking man. Like, you got some kind of issue. The dog seemed like he bored, but she's like, man, I've seen this motherfucker start yawning and shit. He look at the camera like, here this bitch go again. He yawning and bored and, you know, he trying to get the scent out of his face and shit. The damn dog, like, it's terrible stuff, man. It's terrible stuff. Female Pimp says she votes Heidi. This is a confirmation of Female Pimp's vote for Heidi. Okay, like I tell you, I gotta confirm so I can see it. So sometimes I don't see the shit. It'd be too much shit going on in the chat. Who else is voting for Heidi? Someone else? Is that a confirmation, broadly, of a vote for Heidi? I cannot tell. You have to say I vote for such and such so that I can actually tell. Like, I ain't here to guess and fucking read y'all's mind and shit when it comes to y'all type random shit and then be like Shannon, oh, I didn't even know I voted for someone, even though she wrote 2 or 3 different times, I vote for Heidi, I vote for Rashida. Rashida gave her 200 pistachios, she stole her, she went back and voted for Heidi, and so that's why I said you have to confirm your vote, because I ain't finna be out here playing games with y'all. If you ain't confirming, you ain't saying I vote for so and so, your vote will not count, and I'm not gonna stress that shit because you just don't want to type something simple. That twerk was definitely artificial. I don't know about the level of intelligence. You have none and DeMarque have none power. Y'all are out of the race. It's a 3-way tie. It came down to a 3-way tie between Heidi, Brandon, and Rashida. You might have had like 1 vote total, but all the other moderators are out of the competition. And so now it is a runoff vote between those 3. If you're not one of those 3, you have no vote. All right? That's just how it works. If you want to text your vote into the Denline, you can do so. If you want to text via DM to a Twitter direct message, if you want to vote via Facebook message or Instagram message, any one of those, or send it via email, you can do so. That is fine. Shout out to my boy Dre, man. I know Dre said he was kind of going through some things. I just want to shout out to my boy Dre, man. I hope all is well with Dre. Shout out to Miss Mead. I know she has some stuff going on, so shout out to Miss Mead. I hope everything is going real well. Angela, you know, So again, if I missed the vote you put and I have not confirmed, if I have not said your name and your vote, then I have not seen it. Okay, so that's just it. You know, Heidi votes for Heidi. I mean, I guess you're entitled to vote for yourself. I would assume that presidents vote for themselves, right? Okay.
I think so.
Broly says he votes for Heidi. Okay.
Heidi.
Big M say he's voting for Heidi. Is that you voted for, or are you voting for Heidi? I need to know. Voted and I vote for are two different things. Either gamble for Rashida. Okay. You know what? I realize this is sexist. You see these women folks don't want to give love. Don't want to give love to my boy 335, man. You know, and that's the problem, man. Yeah, no, you can vote either way you want to. You can vote the same way in the second round as you voted in the first round if you choose to. So you know, that's how it kind of works. So okay, Kenneth, you voting for Heidi? All right, look, I gotta say, I'm telling you, we trying to talk about shit. I ain't reading all these goddamn votes. So yeah, man. But you were saying about the woman with the baby. I seen the one too with the woman twerking. And here's my thing, because it was a whole set of them. It's one woman holding the baby, a nigga in the background, and another chick twerking on the baby. Like, this is this where we're at now? Is this where we are in society? Like, that's what I said, man. I'm telling you, like, I've been saying a long time, but like twerking, I'm not even interested. Shit is like boring. I felt like the dog in the fucking video I was just talking about, just like start yawning, like, oh, this shit is boring. Like, if your ass cheeks ain't counting and doing math, if you can't write, if you can't do something, if all you can ass cheeks is doing is bounce, I am no longer interested. Like, the shit is boring. I've seen everything ass cheeks can possibly do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I was talking to a coworker about this the other day, and he, we was on our break at work, and he showed me a picture of this woman talking about, man, I hit that. I said, yeah, that's all she offering you. Because think about it, man. Oh, all she did is put a picture of herself on the internet of her, looking good. I'd say, woman, that ain't what you want. You want all that shaking your ass and makeup and trying to put on revealing clothes and all that crap. It ain't worth it. It's not. I had to learn that lesson myself. That's how I'm able to say these things. But it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, yeah, what I saw this woman in that video, it's like she was in a car. That's what it looked like. And she held up her baby and talking about, this is an ugly baby. That's my fear. I didn't want to have no ugly baby, and I have one. And I guess somebody had commented on it saying that the baby look like you, and she like, this baby don't look like me. I'm beautiful. This baby ugly. Let me call her dad right now. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, that baby look just like her eyes, everything, shape of the face. But I'm like, why would you sit there and badmouth a baby? They can't help what they look like. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can help what they look like. You're born a certain way, and that's it. You're good looking. You ain't. You ain't. But why you talk bad about an innocent person that you brought into this world? So to me, I agree with you. It's like, this is where we're at right now in this society. It's like, for us to sit here and do some dumb stuff like this, and for example, y'all seen my daughter come on these streams with me before. She'll pop her little head in here a few times, you know what I'm saying? And I never, ever, ever said anything crazy like that about my daughter. Never will. You know what I'm saying? To me, the life is precious. No matter how young or old you are, life is precious. And just because something happened that you didn't want to happen or didn't go the way you wanted to or whatever, does not mean you sit there and badmouth an innocent child. First of all, that's your child. So a child is a blessing to you. But for you to sit here and badmouth that baby, that tells you right there where that person's mindset, where that female, it's not a woman, but that female's mindset is at. You know what I'm saying? When I saw that, because I was just on YouTube looking at some videos and stuff, and then I saw I forgot what the title of it was, but anyway, it was a girl calling her baby ugly, and I just clicked on it, and it was like, and she patting the baby on the back real hard and stuff, and talking about, this was my worst fear. I did not want to have an ugly baby. My daughter didn't come out looking like this. Why my son looked like this? And like I said, looked like she probably was streaming on something. I don't know exactly. And somebody made a comment saying the baby looked like you, because she came out and said, "This baby don't look like me. I'm beautiful. This baby ugly." I'm like, what the hell?
Shit, does that baby have the same father? That's what I need to know before we start. Let's start figuring some things out. Oh man, it's going down. There was a murder in the slum, man. Y'all be careful out there in the slums, man. It's going down, man. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, what role does she play into it? You know what I mean? So if it's ugly, you know, what features would make it ugly? You know, and which features of those came from you? You know what I mean?
See, Rashida, I guess Rashida seen the baby, seen the video, because she said the baby looked like her. Yeah, the baby do. Ours look just like her, just a baby in baby form, I guess you could say. But I don't know. I don't understand this logic these days of people. It ain't just women; it's guys too. And I just don't understand the logic for you to sit here and disrespect a child like that, and especially one that you brought into the world. You know, I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. So the only thing I can say is this here: Heidi is putting in a lot of votes for herself.
Yeah, how do you say people, you know, for you know, all I'm telling y'all is this: don't always go by check. Cool and Vert, you say you vote for 335, okay? I got Cool Ever and I got Dominic voting for 335. All I will say is don't go only by what is in the chat, okay? Because there are. Look, Khadijah, I already got your vote. You know what I'm saying? Bad Bougie, I didn't see your vote. I'm trying to hold a conversation and check these fucking votes and, you know, keep other things going too. Like, it's like a whole bunch of names. Y'all ain't that damn important. Y'all just as important as the next motherfucker, goddamn it. So, ain't none of y'all that damn important. And then, like I said, I have to check the phone lines too, because there are votes coming in on the phone line. And so I have to make sure that everything is properly accounted for. For those of you who have voted on the phone line, I have hopefully sent a return text message to let you know that your vote has been accounted for. Only one. Is that a vote for Rashida? I didn't see if you did or didn't. I know that you are a part of the campaign. So I may have missed some things again. Like I said, if I have not confirmed, she's slated. Damn. Look, now she's the best boss ever. So I have to scroll back up and Miss Bell for 335? Okay. Okay. I have to confirm these things. All I'm saying is the numbers may not be where y'all think where they are. See, all I'm saying is, hey, Jack, you know, I can't tell you what to and what not to do. Did I vote? I should have voted. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I voted for Trill. Nah, I ain't voting for nobody. Because then I would definitely be accused of tampering and all that other shit. But my thing is this, man. Yeah, that's the issue. When a woman does that, that's her own personal issue. But here, what I want to ask is, how many women really feel that way? She might have been on there and people are, oh, she joking on it. I'm sure she meant it. But there's a lot of women. I've heard a lot of women who say, oh, they don't want to get with a dark skinned dude because then the baby will be dark, and they have this personal view of dark. And some of them have been dark skinned. You know, they feel like, you know, dark skinned people get mistreated or whatever. Maybe, like I say, I think there's a lot of mental aspects that go into this stuff. But look, the kid came out of you. You got to deal with it, goddamn. I mean, shit. If you got to do what you did, hey, look, Big M, if they had a little honcho shit, you got you a young god. You better praise and put that thing on a pedestal. Let me see. Like I said, if I have missed your, if I have not confirmed your vote, you know, yeah, I may have to repost it, and I have to say so. So if I have not confirmed it, look, I can't help you. Now I've confirmed Sean, Kanisha, D the Gamma, and only one for Rashida. I see female pimp Brully Kenneth and a self vote for Heidi. Dominic, I see Cool Amber and Miss Bell for 335. Also, there have been additional phone votes for certain people, but I will not address the phone votes because I will leave them anonymous. So that is what I have confirmed. If you have received a reply text via phone vote, I have your vote counted. If not, then I do not have your vote calculated. So make sure that you confirm. Cultured for Heidi, okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my vote, man. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, whenever you're ready, man, up, I got you.
All right, yeah, I might be surprised on this one, but I'm gonna give a vote because I think this person has been funny throughout this stream. I've been laughing on the side here, and that's for Heidi.
Okay, man up for Heidi. Interesting. Roger, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind, man? Yes, mods can vote. Everybody is entitled to vote. I just will not vote because I don't want to, like I would say, I'm biased for whatever reason. You know, I can't have opinions and shit. What the fuck? But I'm doing inside people are hurting. So my thing is this, man. My thing is this, though. No, but see, that's the thing. You just said I was liberal earlier, Big M, and then you said I'm ignoring you because you're Mexican. If I was a liberal, I'd definitely be after your vote. You'd be the first vote I'd be after because I'm pretty sure you are not legally in this country. But I love you anyway. So, let me see.
Oh.
Okay, so like I said, get y'all votes in. If you haven't voted, I will still put a post up after the stream, you know, for those things. Shannon Jones. Where is Shannon's vote? I don't know. Shannon say she voted for this person, that person. You don't ever know with Shannon. I can't trust nothing Shannon say. I don't even see Shannon putting that. All I see is her saying pistachios. So yeah, man. But like, how many women do you think really feel like? Do you think this is really a thing? Do you think that this was just kind of a one-off incident, or do you think that there are really a lot more women who feel a certain way about their children?
I think it's both ways. I think it's men and women, to be honest with you. She's just the first actually, well, not, how can I put this? I think she's the first I actually seen do that publicly. But I've heard women say this, even her saying guys said it before, that they think their baby ugly. Yeah. That old saying back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's your baby? Oh, bless his soul. Oh, that baby look just like you. That's basically saying your baby's ugly. So, you know, I've seen people say those things, you know what I'm saying? I think it's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, yeah, the baby's gonna grow up and be an adult, but at the end of the day, right now, don't do that to no innocent child. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she probably just saying what's on her mind. You know, like I said, freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want to say, as long as you ain't threatening the lives or property of others. You know, you got freedom of speech. Say what you want. But I just think that is ridiculous to sit there and badmouth an innocent human being that way. See what I'm saying? And then I've heard, excuse me, then I heard that the father of that child saw that video and then dumped her. I think he should use that video in a custody battle.
Exactly. Because if she enjoy it for a little bit and then let me know if it's back. Y'all might have to refresh. It's saying it's back, but it might be sketchy again.
It's lagging. Yeah, I think that we should be, the father should say, man, do not do these things to your